Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big 10, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ohio State's offense will take the first swing of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure.
There he goes. That one to really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gives it on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Cantrell. Finds his man, it's Kendricks. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guy.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They'll go back to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Got his man. Turning it on. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the option. Fighting off the defender. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. Losing early in the year can be detrimental, also can be galvanizing. You realize not much margin for error, and they suddenly have put it together and won their last 2.
The dips in the season early really served as motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. 18 to 22-year-olds in college football, David, it's easier said than done, but this team really is about that.
Yeah, and they're starting to get it together, and you can see it. Like, I think early in the season, too, Jesse, you're figuring out who you are as a team. I think they kind of got that figured out, and I look for this team to win today and climb up into those rankings.
Showing off the arms. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to pass, it's Cantrell. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Rides to back and leaves it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to back on the option, the give. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's a mid-stride inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll bring it out. It's Clements. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw, it's Stoneburner. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a grab on the shot. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They are going back to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Nobody around as he makes the catch. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Boilermakers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a space. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue!
I love the jet sweep call there close to the goal line because it's a bang-bang play. He's in motion. The quarterback gets the ball right away, hands it off, and there's just too many things happening too quickly for the defense to be able to find the football, and they're able to run it in for the score.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Under fire. On the run, still looking.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gives it on the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Hand off from the shotgun. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give on the option. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Pulls it in. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 11 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off to the races. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Now offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hawk. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Hawk. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory. Gets 15 and a first down. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Finds it back in the middle. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Back open in the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on third down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It is perfect. And now they take the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Stoneburner. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Gives him the big stiff arm. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to pass, it's Cantrell. Good timing on the quick out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Buckeyes are in the red zone.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And the returner goes down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Stoneburner. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. 1st one of the game. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go, set.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! All of that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Clements. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to...
And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Going to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll leave it with him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Purdue! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. They give themselves themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. That's caught. It's Amaro. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
On the screen.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Boilermakers are on the move. They're going to ride this running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st and goal for the offense.
22 water. 22 water.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Cantrell. Makes the grab.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Kendricks. Gashing the knee on the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Alabama.
The quick out.
We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off play action. On target. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. That's caught. It's Hawk. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Hawk. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Hawk. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Might be changing the route. Gonna sling it on second down. Hit as he throws. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Hawk. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score, so they might try to score again. Looking for the goal line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Cantrell. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After this, it'll be a wrap. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they've just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Ohio State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to...
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Cantrell. Got it in the middle, it's Hawk. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Gives it on the option. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Indiana's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Pulls it in. It's good. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To throw, it's Cantrell. Has to throw this off his back foot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Looking deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sinks it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Hoosiers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Offense in a bunch formation. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Rides to back and leaves it. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. The 40. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Wants to throw. It's Cantrell. Extending the play. Fires downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him.
There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Working on the right. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Indiana, 0.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Give to the running back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets it to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up what he can and then slides. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Looking for space to the left. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Kendricks. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's good. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged in the middle, it's Briggs. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. It's Gilliam. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Smashes in between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Kendricks. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now.
There he goes. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Cantrell. Fires left. Makes the grab, it's Kendricks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Making side adjustments here. Off play action. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Indiana, 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Heels the punt and try to pick up some yards. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Trick 9 beat. Trick 9 beat. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick completion on the out route. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Cantrell. Finds his big tight end. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawk. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Indiana, 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls it in. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Ohio State, 56. Indiana, 6.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Under fire. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin them deep. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Back to throw. It's Cantrell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, on 4th and 2, you're sort of in that position offensively where you could run and try to get it, or you could try play action. But, David, it obviously puts the defense in a huge bind. That was a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, huge bind because you're thinking run. You're thinking run. Nice play design. Nice job by the offense. By the way, it's hard to call play action because you know a lot of bodies near the line of scrimmage, a lot of pressure coming, so you might get hit by the quarterback.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
1st down for the offense.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
At the 12-yard line. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by just 4 to Utah State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the Heat, trying to make magic on the scramble. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. Caught behind the line. It's Lanier. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Off play action on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying play action. He wants it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.